Today, we're going to talk about something that almost every entrepreneur runs into. How do you build a business that actually runs without you instead of building a job that completely runs your life? Let's dive in. So let's just start with a quick thought experiment. If you, right now, took a 7-day vacation, no warning, no prep, you just disappeared, what would happen to your business? Would it keep humming along just fine, or would you come back to a complete dumpster fire? Your answer to that question, well, it tells you everything. And that really gets to the heart of it. There's this amazing quote from Sam Carpenter that says, "If your business can't run without you, you have a job, not a business." You see, a real business is an asset, something that works for you. But if you feel like you've basically just built yourself a really, really demanding job, then you're in the right place. This feeling, of being totally indispensable, of being chained to your own creation, it's so common, it actually has a name. It's called the owner's trap. For most owners, this is what life looks like. You're living right in the middle of a chaos tornado. Every single decision, every little task, every problem that pops up, it all has to swirl around and pass directly through you. And when everything has to flow through you, it means one simple thing. You are the system. The business isn't its own separate thing. It's just an extension of your brain. And let's be honest, a business that depends entirely on one person can never, ever scale. So, okay, what's the real cost of living inside this chaos? It's probably more than you think. Let's break it down. And you can see how these things all feed into each other, right? It's this vicious cycle. Because the entire business lives inside your head, it just drains your mental energy every day. And because you're so drained, it feels impossible to delegate properly, which of course leads to inconsistent quality and a ton of costly mistakes. It's a loop that keeps you completely trapped. The productivity guru David Allen said it perfectly. The brain is for having ideas, not holding them. Trying to store your entire business in your head it's the worst possible place for it. It's inefficient, and it creates a massive single point of failure. Here's a real-world example of what this looks like. Imagine 2 coffee shops. At the Chaotic Cafe, ordering a matcha is a roll of the dice. One day it tastes like sugared milk, the next day it's so strong it's bitter. You just never know what you're going to get. But then you go to the Systematic Cafe. They weigh the matcha on a scale, they follow a precise recipe every single time. And guess what? You get a perfect matcha every single time. Now, which one of those places do you think people keep coming back to? Okay, so we've laid out the problem, and it's a big one. But the good news is there's absolutely a way out of that tornado. And it all comes down to the power of a system. So what is a system? Let's not overcomplicate it. It's just a collection of repeatable processes that are designed to get you a consistent result, without you having to reinvent the wheel every single time. It's about building a machine that can do the work for you. And these systems have a really clear structure. At the very top, you've got your big systems, like your overall marketing system. Then inside that, you have smaller systems like social media. And inside that, you have the individual processes, like the step-by-step guide for how to create and post an Instagram reel. See? It's how you bring order to all the chaos. And if you want to see this in action on a truly epic scale, seriously, look no further than Taylor Swift's Eras Tour. It is an absolute masterclass in systems. Think about the logistics of setting up those identical, massive stages in city after city, or those lightning-fast outfit changes. The fact that over 150 shows are almost perfectly identical? That's all thanks to an unbelievable level of systematization. But this requires a huge shift in your mindset. As the book Work the System puts it, your task is to optimize systems, not randomly take care of whatever problems erupt. Your job is no longer to be the firefighter, rushing around putting out fires. It's to be the architect who fireproofs the entire building. All right, theory's great, but how do you actually do this? Let's get into it. Here is your 4-step action plan to start building your business's operating system. We're going to build this thing in 4 simple steps. We're going to do a brain dump, then score and prioritize, then assign owners, and finally, document. First up, the brain dump. I want you to get everything out of your head. Just open a spreadsheet and start listing every single recurring task you do, daily, weekly, monthly, whatever. Don't censor yourself, don't worry about the order, just get it all out on paper. The goal here is to finally move the business from inside your brain to outside of it.
Okay, now you probably have a huge, overwhelming list. So where do you start? We're going to use a simple scoring system. For every task on your list, just ask 4 questions. How often do I do this? How much do I hate doing it? How critical is it? And importantly, how easy is it to teach someone else? This score is going to tell you exactly which systems to build first. Hint, start with the frequent, annoying, and easy ones.
Step 3 is where you start to design your future. For each task, I want you to ask, who is the ideal owner for this? Not who does it now, which is probably you, but who should be doing it in a perfect world. This little exercise is amazing because it starts to build the job descriptions for your future dream team. And last but not least, step 4, you have to document it. And look, this doesn't have to be some giant formal manual. The easiest way to start is just to record a quick video walkthrough. Use a tool like Loom, record your screen, and just talk through how you do the task. That's it. From there, you can create checklists, templates, whatever makes sense.
From doer to director.
Because when you actually follow these steps, you make the most important transformation an owner can make. You go from being a doer to being a director. The goal is to pull yourself completely out of that chaos tornado and get yourself above it. From up there, you're not stuck in the day-to-day anymore. You're observing, you're optimizing, you're directing the systems that are now running the business for you. And hey, what if you get to a point where you don't even want to manage the systems yourself? Well, you can hire for that too. There are people called digital business managers who specialize in being that buffer between you, the visionary, and the day-to-day operations, freeing you up completely.
And that brings us to the final and honestly the most important question of all. Once you've done the work, once your systems are built and your business is finally running without you, what are you going to do with all that freedom?